Hey guys, I'm here today to do a little suitcase comparison between Paravel suitcases and Away suitcases. So let's get into it. All right, I want to start with Away suitcases because I have personally been using this exact suitcase for so many years now. It's like, it's my favorite. No, but seriously, my Away suitcase has been all over the world with me. You can see it's been well used, guys. And I can't say enough good things about this suitcase. It's lightweight, and this is Away suitcase's medium size. Away actually has two different sizes for checked luggage. They have a larger one, and then they have a medium. And I am so freaking passionate about this size because there's almost no way to exceed the 50-pound weight limit with Away's medium-sized suitcase. I have even filled this sucker full of books for, gifts for the holidays, and I still was like right at 50 pounds. That is the only time I've even come close or been worried about, exceeding that weight limit. So if you are a frequent flyer and you need a checked luggage piece, this is, in my mind, completely foolproof because if nothing else, it keeps you from going over the weight limit. Okay, so this bad boy has a polycarbonate exterior shell. Some of the details, like the luggage tag, are in leather, which is kind of a nice little fancy touch. And the wheels are one of those like 360-degree spinner wheels. They work great. They're nice and smooth. They are not the smoothest ever. I've tried some other like way more expensive suitcases like to me where the wheels are like bananas smooth. And these do get a little harder to pull when the suitcase is completely full, but only by like the teensiest little bit. For the most part, you would never notice. It is a very smooth like pull, even when full. Basically, the suitcase, what you need to know is the suitcase fits about 68 liters inside, and here's the important point, it's 9 pounds, which as far as suitcases of this size go, that is pretty light. And lastly, again, don't judge me for all of the debris on my suitcase. I will say in all of the years that I have used Away's luggage, there was one time that I received the luggage back and it had been cracked by, whatever, normal handling was happening on the airline. And I called Away and they replaced it immediately. In fact, because I was leaving on another trip, they overnighted a brand new suitcase to me and I haven't had any issues with the shell cracking since. So the customer service is top notch. Here's the deal. Away has perfectly designed their luggage. On this side is where you put all of your clothes. And I say that because it comes with a compression piece. So you put this down on top of your clothes. There are straps that clip over top of it. And then you can really crank down on the straps, compressing all of your clothes, and that means you can fit so much more inside of the suitcase than you otherwise would. So the clothes go on this side, they get all nice and compressed, and then on this side, this is where I put my shoes and my toiletries, and if I'm gonna bring a hairdryer or a curling iron or whatever, all of that jumble of stuff goes on this side of the suitcase because it has a nice zippered pocket to contain it, such that if you're ever in this situation in an airport where, God forbid, you do have to open your suitcase in the middle of an airport and pull something out, my pet peeve is if you open your suitcase to pull something out and this side just has one of those skinny cross straps and things start falling out. I hate that. So the fact that Away has completely eliminated that with this design is my favorite. That's not all. Away comes with, it doesn't come with, but you can also purchase some really key accessories that are designed to work with these suitcases, and I am over the moon about these accessories. So let me get into that now. The first accessory that I love from Away is this 5-piece packing cube set. They go down to as small as this, which is where I throw underwear and stuff. It can actually fit a strapless bra and some bralettes and a few pairs of underwear in this size, as well as, some in-between sizes, which are great. This takes up exactly 1/4 of the Away suitcase, and this takes up exactly half. If you want to see how I use these packing cubes, I've actually done a video. The link to it will be somewhere over here. But I did a video about exactly how I use these packing cubes, whether I'm packing for multiple people, with the boys in one suitcase, or sometimes I just use it for myself. So yeah, check that out. The other accessory that I'm over the moon about from Away is is this hanging garment bag. These two dresses, by the way, are two dresses that I have packed in this exact garment bag on an overseas trip, and they spent more than 24 hours packed away in this garment bag, in the suitcase, zipped up, and they came out looking remarkably wrinkle-free, all things considered. Here's how this works. So this is the hanging garment bag, and so you hang your dresses here. And it fits perfectly here. And so in fact, these little guys, there's like tiny little hooks here. They hook right on, if you care. They hook right on to the same latch that the compression sleeve hooks onto. Boom. There we go. Perfect. So what's cool about this too is if you arrive at your destination, or even if it's like an interim destination, you can open your suitcase quickly, pull it out, and just hang it up in the bag itself, and you don't have to unpack everything. If you are feeling some kind of way about the scratches on my suitcase or all of the discoloration, I don't know why I'm so into these white suitcases. They do get very dirty very quickly. Away comes in a million other colors. They're all gorgeous, and the dark colors fare much better. This is my son's suitcase, and you can see it looks much newer than my old beloved white one. And they even launched a new aluminum line, which is probably even more durable than the polycarbonate, but it is also way more expensive. So I'm still a big fan of Away's polycarbonate line, medium size. So good, I love it. All right, let's look at Paravel. Paravel is some of the most gorgeous luggage I have ever seen in my life. It has a sustainability boast. The exterior is recycled polycarbonate. The zippers are recycled, and they do say that the liner is made from recycled plastic water bottles. However, I do have some concerns because that whole recycling of plastic water bottles, there's some sustainability concerns. We can talk about that in another video, but you know, recycled zipper is great. Recycled polycarbonate I think is a good thing. Overall, admirable effort in sustainability. The first thing you need to know about Paravel, especially compared to Away, is that it is much, much larger. This is the only size of checked luggage that Paravel makes, and its interior volume is 105 liters. A whopping 105 liters compared to Away's 68.8. So there's a lot more room inside of the suitcase. The downside, however, is that this suitcase also checks in at easy 12 pounds. I know the website, I think, says it comes in a little less. When we weigh it on a scale, this bad boy is a solid 12 pounds, nothing inside of it. The Away suitcase, measured the same way, is 9 pounds. So this is a solid 3 pound difference, which is a lot when you're talking about luggage. Just keep in mind that because of the larger size and the additional weight, this suitcase, you can easily get yourself in trouble and go over that 50-pound weight limit. That said, it's gorgeous, so let's take a look inside. Okay, this is beautiful. This is so beautiful. This makes me feel like a fancy lady when I travel. This gorgeous royal blue. Paravel does come with a laundry bag. They don't make any mention if it's waterproof or not, but it does, and it's a little bit smaller than Away's, but voila, here it is. Like Away suitcase, there is this gorgeous compression panel. So once again, all of your clothes go here. It functions exactly the same. Now you just slide the straps over. Here's my first little ding against Paravel. One, the compression straps, they start farther down in the suitcase, so I find them harder to get out. And when you pull them hard, it kind of jostles the clothes underneath. The second is this compression panel. It takes up almost the entire side of the suitcase. And so again, it's just a little bit unwieldy. And overall, that's my impression of the Paravel suitcase. It's beautiful. But between these compression panels and the larger size as a whole, I do find this suitcase for me to be a little bit unwieldy. It works great, it's just harder to get there. There it is. All right, so that's this side. Let's take a look at this side now. I do want to point out, actually, this is a really cute design detail. These little gold zippers are so pretty. So, nice touch. And I do like the extra little pocket. Yeah, this is good stuff. And then once again, this is where I would personally put shoes and toiletries and hair stuff and bags and everything in a jumble, and then you can kind of close it up and not worry about it spilling out in the event you have to open your suitcase in the airport. Let's talk accessories. All right, so Paravel takes their packing cubes pretty seriously. They do have a really wide range of packing cubes on their website, most of which you buy individually. There's some like really big sizes. They do have one set. This is their set. So here's like the half size. Here's the quarter size. And then they just have two smaller sizes that, ta-da, would fit perfectly. If you do get the set of 4, there's only 4 bags instead of 5 compared to Away, but they do sort of like perfectly lay out in the Paravel suitcase, which is kind of a nice touch. And you know, they're really pretty, and you can also monogram the heck out of all Paravel products if you're into that. So lastly, they don't, Paravel does not have this incredible garment bag that Away suitcase has, but as you can see, it would fit very easily, you know, in the Paravel suitcase. It doesn't look like you can hook it on quite as easily like you can on the Away suitcase, simply because of where the straps are located on Paravel. The straps kind of come from underneath your clothes instead of from the edges. And so because of that, they're like a little bit harder to access with, you know, something like this. That said, this is not really that big of a deal. I don't always hook my garment bag in, and so it would still, you know, fit rather nicely. All right, so which suitcase wins this little contest? In my mind, it's Away, hands down. Despite the fact that this Paravel suitcase is gorgeous, the fact that it's so like big and unwieldy and like a little bit heavier just is sort of a non-starter for me. And the fact that it does have more volume inside might be good for longer trips, but I never want to go over that weight limit, first of all. And secondly, the volume inside I wasn't able to use it as much as I had hoped. There wasn't a dramatically large amount of stuff that I could fit into the Paravel over the Away suitcase. I feel like in general, the Away suitcase is just better engineered, and yeah, still my favorite. All right guys, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you would like me to compare any other suitcases, leave us a comment below. And yeah, thanks. They're nice and smooth. They're maybe not the smoothest ride I've ever had in my life. That sounds dirty, I can't say that. Okay. Can I can't say